Hi, this is Jetsu, and for those who new coming to my channel, welcome to my channel. And for those who coming back to my channel, thank you for coming back to my channel. On my channel, I talk about God, His love for us, and His Son coming back. Today, I want to focus on Gideon. Gideon, Gideon triumphed through faith. Gideon was a farmer, and he was from the Manasseh tribe, and he was in his field one day. Maybe it was before summer, so he was getting his crops, his seeds or whatever, seedlings, whatever, together so he could do his crop. So it could have been, or maybe it was around the harvest time. I believe it was around the harvest time. Probably not planting, but around the harvest time. So Gideon was in this field one day, probably like I said, getting his stuff together for his harvest, when an angel shows up. And the angel said, Gideon, God looked down. Yep, God looked down and he said, my servant Gideon is fit for the job, so I'm going to call on Gideon today. So God is calling on you, Gideon, because he wants you to lead the army against the Amalekites and the Midianites, because the Amalekites and the Midianites was suppressing the Israelites for quite a long time. In Judges 6:6 we learn of it, and also further on in Judges. So they were suppressing the Israelite, and God looked down and he said, Gideon, you are strong. You are strong. And he's look at himself. He said, oh no, I'm not fit for the job. I'm not strong. I'm from the Manasseh tribe. I'm from one of the weakest tribe, dear Lord. How am I gonna go up against the Midianites and the Amalekites? Haven't you look around, Lord, and see how they are like the grasshoppers? Oh yeah, the Midianites and the Amalekites, there were a lot. Judges 6:6 told us they were like grasshoppers. There were so many comparing to the children of Israel. So Gideon said, Lord, I'm not the man for the job. I'm not strong. I don't know what you're looking at, but I'm not strong, Lord. And the angel said, you are the man for the job, and you're going to lead. And Gideon said, I can't lead by myself. I need a lot of men to lead. So Gideon asked the angel, I don't know where this is coming from, but could you prove to me that the Lord sent you? Because I know I am not the man to go up against the grasshoppers. So the angel, they get Gideon, they get flesh, the meat, whatever. They toss it out on the stone, and the angel swung his wand and performed a miracle with a fire to say, see, I make fire without match, without whatever else you guys use to make fire. See, I do it right in front of your face without any of those stuff you guys make to make fire. So I am from the Lord. The Lord sent me and said, you are strong. You are the man. You may not have a lot of people, but you are the man. And you're going to lead. And when God calls us, my disciples, to lead, we have to just take the baton and go with it. It may be hard, but that's what we have to do. We have to just take up the baton and run with the baton. We may stumble a little, but God normally don't call on you unless he knows you are the man for the job. You are the woman for the job. You are fit to do his work. You can do his work. Whatever he calls you to do, don't look around. Just say, Lord, here I am. Here I am. I may be scared. I may be not the best eloquent speaker, but I'm going to try, Lord. That's all we have to say when the Lord calls on us. We're going to try. You may have, other people telling you otherwise, but that's how life is. God calling us to do a task, and we have to do it. So Gideon was so afraid. Gideon was afraid. Why? Because the Amalekites were such a large, the Amalekites and the Midianites. So that's a big group, a large group compared to the children of Israel. So of course I understand why he was so afraid to go up against them. The Amalekites and the Midianites, they would wipe them out because that's a huge number. And that's why in Judges 9:6 it says, Judges, I believe, Judges 9 6. No, Judges 6 9, it says, they were like grasshoppers. You know, the swarm of grasshoppers? That's how the Midianites and the Amalekites were. That's why they use the term grasshoppers. Because when you see the swarm of grasshoppers coming down in the field, you know it's a large body of grasshoppers, can't even count it. So this is the reason why they use the terms against the Amalekites and the Midianites. There were so much of them. So let me piggyback a little on the story. So the Midianites and the Amalekites, what they do, normally during around the harvest time, they would swarm the valley. Yep, they would swarm the valley and prevent, after such a hard work and toiling with the Israelite children, planting their seeds, planting their crop, and watch it grow, toiling in the sun. The Amalekites, what they would do, and the Midianites, they would swarm the valley, swarm the northern plains, and prevent the Israelite from reaping their crops. So by doing that, what they done is cause the Israelite, the children of Israel, to, you could say, next to starving. They were very, very impoverished. And that's the goal for the Amalekites. Take away the Israelite food, starve them to death. So the Lord looked down one day and he said, oh no, you people don't worship me. You people worship your false gods and all of those gods that you people worship. And my children, yeah, they disobey. They disobey me. They're not listening all the time. But they are my children. And you're coming on their land that I gave to them to starve them to death? It's not going to happen. Gideon is the man that is going to go up against you. So the Lord chose Gideon, the farmer turned military leader. He was reluctant, but the angel proved to him that I'm the messenger from God, and you're going to have to execute this task, Gideon. I know you're afraid, and I know you believe in Yahweh, and that's why I call upon you, because you are the man. So if the angel, performed the miracle, Gideon believed, and then Gideon said, wait a minute. I need a lot of men to do this task. I have to go up against the grasshopper with a lot of men. So the Lord let Gideon know one thing. He said, do you remember, I was the one who released your forefather from the Egyptians. You forgot about that, Gideon? I was the one, remember, around the wall of Jericho? You forgot about that, Gideon? I was the one who set up the plans for Joseph to be able to help his family when they were starving, who set up the plan for Moses to be able to be rescued by the Pharaoh's daughter, so later on Moses could lead my people out of Egypt. Gideon, yeah, I was the one, Yahweh. I am thy God, Gideon. You forgot about that? So let me tell you something, Gideon. Don't worry about that. You forgot all what I've done to your forefather. Don't worry about those little grasshoppers. Judges 9:6 says they were grasshoppers. So Gideon, don't worry about the grasshoppers, because I can release you from a few grasshoppers. So Gideon said, oh yes, Lord, okay. But I understand all of that, Lord, but I still need my 300 men. No, Gideon. So the Lord said, Gideon, if I allow you to use all of those men, you know what's going to happen? My children is going to believe that the reason why you won the war against the Amalekites and the Midianites is because of the manpower. No, Gideon, I can't allow that. I don't want the manpower. I want my children to see what happened. You're going to go up against the Amalekites and the Midianites with few men. That's it. Because the children will know you can't fight all the Amalekites and Midianites by yourself with just few little men. So they must know a miracle taking place, something taking place. I am thy God, Gideon. So the Lord said to Gideon, yep, decrease the manpower, decrease it. Because my children today, my children must know Yahweh released them from under the oppression and the bondage of those terrible Midianites. Grasshoppers. Yep, that's what he called them. Grasshoppers. A few grasshoppers don't tinkle me, Gideon. You're going to see. So that's exactly what the Lord did. Gideon reduced the manpower, and God stepped in forefront of the war, and they wiped out the Midianites and the Amalekites. All those kites and ites, they wiped them out. So now the children of Israel once more in tune with God and know that it was a miracle that God did that day in the plain. It wasn't the manpower. We don't need manpower to be released from anything. We just need to call upon God. We just need to open our heart. We just need to let God come in. That's all we need. You don't need family member to rescue you from all what you're going through, all those baggage you're carrying. Family members cannot rescue you. You don't need all the manpower of family members to help you, to rescue you from your sin. Call on God, open your heart, believe in God, believe that He sent His Son, through His Son, and through His Son, and only one and only Son, we may have salvation. So you believe God is the Father, He sent His Son died, buried, resurrect. You're going to be released from bondage. We are all under bondage on planet Earth. We are all under bondage. And that's why we behaving out of character and behave like this. Because we are on a bondage. We need a release. But no one else cannot release you. We don't need all of those manpower. God showed Gideon, you don't need all of that, Gideon. You just need to have faith in me and believe in me when I say reduction, reduction, reduction. Reduce the manpower. Because remember, Gideon was a farmer. And Gideon let it be known, my tribe is the weakest of all the Manasseh tribe. My tribe is the weakest. So basically he's saying, my tribe is weak. I don't have the manpower. I don't have anything. I don't have this. God said, no, Gideon. When I'm at the forefront, your tribe is the strongest. So when God is when you offer God and trusting in God, and you put God in front of you, God is going to bulldoze down anything that is in your way. If you believe. So my fellow disciple, today I just want to say, faith and trust in God is going to take us far, not anything else. So my fellow disciples and all my eye watchers and listeners, I just want to say today, God first, man second. God first, man second. So until then, God bless. Thank you.